Good Morning, Canada by ANDREA, LYNN, BECK. Morning has come to my home by the sea. I'm down by the shore. Over here, that's me. Where are you out there? Are you getting up too? Then good morning to me, and good morning to you. Good morning to things we love and we do. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, Beaver. Good morning, Moose. And good morning to our Canada Goose. Good morning, Kayak. Good morning, Canoe. Good morning, Looney. And Toonie, too. Good morning, Hockey. Good morning, Snow. Good morning, Mounties, all in a row. Good morning, Maples. And Syrup Sweet. Good morning to our fields of wheat. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, Canada. I'd like to talk to you about this wonderful little book by ANDREA LYNN BECK. And the drawings, or the pictures in this book, are very nice indeed. See, here we have a Canadian little boy in his bed, and at the bed there's a Canadian flag, and he's got a little dog, he's got a beaver, a pair of skates, a hockey stick, which people play here in Canada, a teddy bear in a Royal Mounted Police uniform, a Canada geese, a moose watching over him, an alarm clock, in a very nice bedroom. See the little boy by the sea holding his teddy. He's running around along with his brother and their doggy, and that's the sea. See that ship sailing on the sea, and the seagulls. There's the Canadian flag waving in the sky. The boat by his house that has an anchor on the side, a blue door and some buoys, and a paddle on the other side above the door. See the little boy up on a ladder, and the ladder's got a Canadian flag on it. Him and his brother both wearing glasses and looking across the country, saying good morning, Canada. Good morning to all the little kids out in Canada. Here, you see, they're saying good morning, Beaver. And in Canada, there's lots of different kinds of animals. And one of the animals that live in the lakes or the ponds are the beavers. And they like to make their house out of mud and wood from trees and branches. And you see here, you can see the beaver. They've cut the wood with their teeth. See? And we also have squirrels, white, red, and black. And here in the wilderness, people can also camp. And you see the beavers, they're having a beaver party. They're eating by the lake. And the little kids that are camping with their parents in a tent that's blue, their backpack. And you see the trail going this way and that way, and their canoe down here, the moose along the lake, and white squirrels scrambling up and down the trees. Sometimes this happens when the wild animals, they come into your camp and to your tent, In this case, the moose came in and one lay down beside the little kids that were sleeping, and one was peeking in. See the little kids here sleeping in their sleeping bag. Even the doggy has a blanket. They've got their toys and books and snacks and teddies, and this one is waking up and shocked to find the little moose sleeping. And you see, outside the tent, you can see the lake and the big moose and the Canadian geese out on the lake. Their tent is yellow, nice and big and bright. We also have a lot of Canada goose. Now they're all over the cities and the country, and they like to hang out in different places. And they're goslings as well too. You see here the kids that are boarding the bus to go to their camp, and the Canadian goose that are out by the lake here, and the city in the background, right? And you see their little baby goslings. See all the kids? Different kids from different ethnicities. And they're boarding the bus. In Canada, the northern part of Canada, up near the Arctic Circle, people live and play and work, and there you can see great big blocks of ice. And in the winter and in the summer, and on the ice, different kind of animals like to play. The polar bears and the seal, and even in the waters you can see like the whales, the Arctic owl, and he's sitting on top of a stone, a nookshook. People build this to say, "We're here." And you see the white furry rabbit and the little Inuit child, a little Inuit boy in his kayak. He's got his little bag and his sleeping bag, and he's got his little husky dog. And of course you must always take your teddy with you when you go camping. See, here is another little seal. Now out on the lakes, people like to go canoeing, and they sometimes take the canoe with them, or they keep them in the boathouse. And you see here, there's several different canoes that are being held in the boathouse, and the life jackets, and there's a seagull that's hiding in the roof area, and a squirrel. They have a life preservers and some buoys. Look, they even have a teacup and saucer, and a motor, a spare motor. That's always important. And you see the little kids, they've gone canoeing on the lake, but they've been really smart because they wore their life jackets. See, they have the teddies there and the loon. Canada has very good numbers of loons. They're even on our money. That's why we call the dollar a loonie. And of course, here we see two little kids in bed, and they've woken up to find some money underneath their pillow. The dollar, the $1 is called the loonie. The $2 coin is called the toonie. See, little kids in bed with their teddy, the stuffed rabbit over here, the hockey skates, and it's of course winter. You can see the snow out the window and the Rocky Mountains. You can see their doggy and all their toys along the windowsill. Oh yes, Canadians, they love hockey. Canadians start playing hockey from a very young age sometimes. Sometimes they learn a little bit older or even older. Here, the little kids are playing on the pond that people let freeze, and then they clear the snow. You see, they made a snow boundary. And here's a goalie and several players. Now the kids, boys and girls, all play hockey even together. See the doggy here and a doggy here. They're watching the game. And the parents as well too, all dressed nice and warm for the Canadian winter. And in Canada, we have a lot of snow. And one of the fine things that we love to do is to go tobogganing down the hill. Even our pets like tobogganing. See here, the doggy is on a separate toboggan, and then the kids are on a separate toboggan. And of course, Teddy must go as well too. See, they're dressed nicely warm with their mitts and scarves and hats because it's very cold sometimes in Canada. Good morning, Mounties, it says, all in a row. The Mounties are dressed in a red coat, black pants with yellow stripe, and boots, and their Mountie hats. They usually wear gloves as well. Now, this picture shows you that they're in Ottawa. This is our Parliament building in Ottawa. And that's where you'll see a lot of Mounties all in a row. Oh, good morning, maples. Lovely maple trees. Maple trees. Oh, we tap the maple trees, and the trees provide us with maple syrup. See, we've tapped the maple trees, and we've also put buckets, so when the maple drips, it drips into the bucket, the maple syrup. And then we turn the maple syrup into syrup for pancakes or waffles, or even to put in fudge and on ices. You see here, the kids are collecting the maple syrup. Even the doggy is dressed in winter properly. And along the maple trees are buckets. And black squirrels jumping here and there. And this is how we collect it. Pulled by a wagon. A drum is on a wagon, and we take the maple syrup and put it in the drum. And see, the little boy and the little girl, they're enjoying pancakes. With fresh berries, orange juice, and on top of that pancake we put butter and maple syrup. And see, it's a beautiful day because the sun is shining. The squirrel in the tree is watching them. And they have a beautiful table that's set with flowers and proper dishes to eat from, and bowls and a bowl of milk. And their doggy is watching, waiting for snacks. Canada is very big. And part of the country's they're called prairie provinces, where we grow a lot of vegetables and fruits and wheat, and they store them in granaries like this. As you can see, we have lots of fields of wheat. See the little kids running through, the doggies and the teddy, and they're following a kite. And from all of us Canadians, we'd like to say good morning to you. From the moose, the beaver, the hockey player, the little Inuit girl, the girl holding the lammy, the boy holding the kite, the little girl holding the Canadian flag, the doggy, the poodle doggy waving its tail, the kids with the winter hats, and the little girl in the yellow suit, and the Canadian geese. So thank you for watching and joining us from Canada. Have a good morning. See you soon. Bye-bye.